Hey guys, welcome back. Hey, I'm DJ with stayinyourhome.com. Hey, today we're going to be talking about the part 2 of starting your short-term rental. We're going to be talking about 5 keys in consideration when buying an Airbnb, what the process is to go through buying a property to do short-term rentals. And we really appreciate you tuning in, and hopefully this information is helpful. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It helps us out in every way so that we can further bring you this information. So let's get into it. So before you can even start your search, you need to determine what type of property you're going to buy. Whether you're going to go for a house, a condo, an apartment. What size are you going to get? Are you going to buy a huge estate? You're just going to buy a 1-bedroom? You know, these are all determinations that you need to make on your own to figure these things out. What's going to bring you back the most return on your investment? What kind of people are going to be staying in these properties? What area are you going to buy in? But probably the biggest concern is going to be what the profit potential is going to be on that property. I'd head out to one of the competitors since they have so much information available. You can do your own cost analysis in that area. Look up everything within a 5 to 10 mile radius of your property and see what they're charging for a nightly rate and do your own cost analysis on it. You know, add up your nightly costs, do a 80% occupancy rate. So 30 days, that's 24 days times the nightly rate, which is, let's say, $100. You're making $2,400 a month times 12. What is that? 24,000 plus 48. That's $28,800 a year. Then you just take out all your expenses, and then you'll find out what your potential profit can be. So one of the biggest key considerations for this is location. Everybody says location is the number one factor. I don't consider that the number one factor. I've been doing this for quite a while. But for somebody that hasn't done it for a while, location is going to be a key factor for you. What do you consider in location? Is it within driving distance of major cities? Is it a place that people like to visit? Do people have a reason to visit that area? Is there plenty of amenities around the area? You know, now with all the electric cars coming up, is there a charging station nearby? Does it offer easy access to all the amenities within the city? Is it near, if you're in a major city and it's a condo, is it next to the train? Is it next to the bus station? Is it close to the airport? The neighborhood you're buying in, is it a safe community? Are the homes rising in value? Are the short-term rentals allowed in that area? So if you're looking at buying a condo or an apartment, an HOA, I suggest staying away from HOAs. They're only going to wreak havoc on you later on in life. They're getting wise to all this. A lot of people are doing arbitrage, which is getting an apartment, renting the apartment and renting the rooms out in the apartment. If you can find an apartment owner that will let you do this, more power to you. You don't own the property, you're just making a profit off the rooms. That is probably one of the ways I never even thought of until basically the last 5 years. That's been a pretty hot ticket, pretty hot item that people are doing. But if you're like me and all my long-term rentals, I don't let them sub-rent. I have one property that I let one of the guys do it at, but it's a high traffic area. It's a very traveled to area, and I take 30% of the profits on top of his rent in order to let him do that. But it makes a very, very good income for the both of us, and it's a win-win. Competition in that area. Here's one of the things I always say: your only competition is yourself. If you make it unique, if you make it a place that people want to go to, if you do everything that you're supposed to be doing, you'll never have any competition. So the hospitality business is about two things. It's about making the customer happy, and it's about making yourself happy of what you've done for that customer. If you can't do those two things, it's the wrong business for you. You can get into this and hire a management company and go that route and make your minimal amount and get your house paid off and just have an investment property. That's fine. But you're going to have twice as many expenses as I do. Another thing to consider while buying your next property, you need to add up all the expenses that are going to go on with this property. You've got capital improvements. That's 10% a year on your property. So if you're doing $28,000 a year in total gross, you're going to have $2,800 a year in capital expenses that you're going to need to put aside. If you need to replace the roof at any time, that's going to be an average of $7,000 across the United States. If you need to replace a hot water heater, that's $1,500. These are all major considerations. If you need to repaint the entire place, that's going to be $3,000 to $5,000. If you need to change out the refrigerator, all the appliances, that's $4,000 to $5,000. These are all things you need to consider, and you need to have that money set aside. So, like I said, we always do the 10% rule. We do 10% of set aside. So, in other words, $28,000 a year. We put aside $2,800 a year, and then we take a 10% of the home value. So, if it's a $150,000 house, I need $15,000 in the bank to handle my capital improvements. If you always have that money set aside, you never have to worry about insurance. You never have to worry about anything else. You never have to worry about borrowing money. Set yourself up for success. Don't go short on these things. First 2 to 3 years of this, you're basically trying to put money aside so that you can have an annual cash flow that you can do anything with, and never have to rely on going to get a loan, charging your credit cards, paying 20% interest on your credit cards, all that kind of stuff. These are expenses that you don't want to have. Short-term rental analytics. There's firms out there that can help you better. Do your research. Many offer data on occupancies around the United States. Some of these companies are Mashvisor, All the Rooms, AirDNA. They'll help you out with your cost analysis if you want to do it that way. But again, I suggest that you do your own research and make your sound decision off of that. It's not that hard to go out there and look in your area to see what people are paying. If you're on the fence about buying a property for short-term rentals, give it a try. Start slow. Just simply rent out a room in your house. See what it takes. See what it entails. See what's coming through your doors. See what's going on. If you don't like people in your house, then this probably isn't a good situation. But it'll give you a good aspect of what hospitality needs are, and what you're going to need to do, and what you need to accomplish within your property. How do I get money for your loans? There's many ways to get money. Money is cheap right now. Banks are loaning money, 10% down, 20% down. There's investors out there, friends and family. But the first one you get is probably going to be the hardest one you get. After that, you can probably line these up one a year from that point forward. After you work, the best way I suggest is work with your local bank and say, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to accomplish, and this is how I'd like to get there, and I'd like to bring you along. Let them know how serious you are. Don't miss your payments. Don't bounce checks. Don't do anything stupid. Just put the money in the bank and let the things go. This isn't a get-rich scheme. This is a lifestyle. This is a lifelong process. Like I said, I've been in it since 1991, and it took quite a few years and quite a few experiences to get where I'm at today. At my high point, we had 45 short-term rentals, 142 long-term rentals, and we've had a few investment and other investment commercial properties. But you know, it can be done. You just have to have patience. Real estate is a great investment if it's run right. Short-term rental business right now, like I said, is probably one of the hottest money makers out there. It's not hard to do good in it, but it is hard to stay good in it. You have to keep up with you. You have to keep up with your property. Make your property unique. I can't stress this enough. Make it what people want to stay in. Don't be cheap. Don't be the guy that goes out and says, you know, I don't really care, thanks for booking, and move on to the next one. That's not what it's about. Build a relationship with these people. 85% of the people that stay in my units are repeat customers. I do not rely on Airbnb and VRBO. They no longer, I don't list with them at all. So, like I said, we direct book from our website. We've been doing this for a long time, and we've built up a huge clientele. That's what it's about. Make them feel special. Make them want to stay in your home. That's it for this one. We'll see you on the next one. We'll get into part 3 on setting up your STR. And hopefully this helps. Remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate you tuning in. If there's any questions that you have, please comment below. Let us know what we can do. Let us know what you want for an episode. We're new to the YouTube thing, and I'm just trying to give out the advice that I've built over 30 years and help the next person out. So we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.